Right. Well, it's that time of week again. It comes around so quickly. Friday night is onion night, of course. And if you want to have a go at growing some giant onions, what you can do is go along to Foster Seeds, buy a pack of their Elsay onions, and have a go at growing them. And whoever grows the biggest wins. Simple as that. Everybody in the world's joining in. I mean, everybody. Apart from one or two people, but they don't count. It's all about us onion growers. All right, right. What are you doing tonight, Pete? I'm stressing out a bit because my pots haven't turned up, which is a bit of a bummer. But there we go. So I'm only going to do one because my pots aren't really here because I can't have a round pot. I'm sorry, my not OCD. People call it OCD. I just call it putting the bloody thing back where it came from. You know? Yeah. Right. So, potting on into from a 9 centimeter pot, and I'll be putting them into 1 litre square pots when they turn up. Thank you, Mr. Amazon. That's what makes me laugh, isn't it? It starts off with, or they're a 9 centimeter pot. Well, what's that in literage? I don't really know. That's 9 centimeter, and they'll be going into 1 litre pots. And my compost of choice is, well, it don't really matter what your compost is, I don't think. But what I've done, because ultimately they'll be going into the ground, into a more soily mix, is I thought I'd incorporate some soil in with my compost. Now, I thought the easiest way to do that is take advantage of Mr. Mole. So that's what I did. It looked a bit weird because I was driving home and saw a couple of mole wheels on the side of the road. So I pulled over and jumped out and scooped up some mole earth. But it's brilliant stuff. It's all mixed up for you. So what I've done is I've put 3 parts, let's get this right, 3 parts by volume of compost, 1 of mole earth, so the plants will start getting used to earth for when they finally go out. That makes a lot of sense in my head. I took a bit of information away from last week, and people, I think it was GD James, pointed out that people are the better people, the better growers, the big onion boys, aren't putting vermiculite in their mix for potting on, they're putting perlite. So I've also added perlite at a ratio of about 6-1, something like that. I've also added in some fish blood and bone, 50 grams per plant, and I reckon I can get, I don't know. I put 200 grams, 200 grams in here, and also sprinkled a bit of charge over it. And Jackie, I know you're watching, Jackie, I won't forget me vermiculite tonight. I will. You knobber. I forgot me vermiculite because I'm not putting it in. I won't forget me mycorrhizal because Jackie's brilliant at catching people. Or not catching people, but noticing things. So fair play, Jackie. At least you pay attention. Yeah. Mycorrhizal fungi. We'll be sticking that in. We'll also be upgrading to the longer 60 centimeter or 2 foot posts. Do you remember back along, suggested getting the 2 foot ones? You can snap them in half, use the shorter ones for these, and then the long ones as we get on. So that's what we've done, and all I've done is put that size pot in the middle, gone around, pushed it all down a bit, just like that. Anyway, what do you think about using mole earth? Is that a good idea? I know some people might say there's weeds in it, but I've sieved it and I took out any grass roots. So I figure anything left in there is it's only going to be a annual weed, so it shouldn't be an issue. Right, so that's got me shape in me pot, lovely jubbly. Chuck in a healthy dollop of mycorrhizal. Tip this out, and Duncan's going to say, well, they're too dry. Yeah, my bad. Tip that out. Look at the pathetic roots, I'm afraid. I don't know what the height light is there. And then we're going to stick it in there like that. Like I say, it is strange how, and a lot of people are saying the same. The roots just aren't strong enough. And that's going to be my biggest thing to try and improve on next year, is the roots. So, right, we've got that in there. Unclip these. Everybody else having lovely weather at the minute, or is it just Cornwall? It's been stunning down here for the last few days. Cold, but nice. That's that just sums up the roots. Yeah, they're just going, nah, we're not strong enough. But to be fair, this isn't the best one because it's not in a rectangular pot. So I shall do my other ones tomorrow. But that's the other thing is, you see how much depth I've got there. What's that all about? I don't know. But they will come to something. I'll pretty much guarantee they'll do something. And now we've got the longer stake in, we can whiz them around a bit further up. But there are some cracking onions out there. There really are. I'm proper impressed with how everybody's embraced having a go at this, and how well some people are doing. It's been wonderful and lovely to see, especially for anybody who's doing it for the first time and are getting good results. I'm absolutely delighted. Right, so there we go, in my Super Mole potting compost, which hopefully will be all right for them. I'll give them I'll soak it from the bottom up. I may even give it a water with me famous Temu watering can. I see Jimmy's got one of these now. He copies everything I do, that bloke. I tell you. Nah, only joking, Jimmy. I've learned so much off him. Right, I'm going to water it in just to settle it, just because I'm here now. They were a bit dry. So there we go. Potting on into the bigger pots with my Super Mole compost. Right, that's the end of that. Let's get on with onion news. Right then, onion news. Now, if you've had enough of bloody onions and onion news and me on a Friday, I was quite happy to go once a fortnight or whatever. But now Cara Phillips says, we love to tune in and see on a Friday. So you can blame all this on Cara Phillips, I'm afraid. All right, I've got to keep going. Right. I think the main thing this week has been space. Not like the Final Frontier and all that, but where the hell do you put all these onions? Because they're starting to get big now. And, you know, Duncan, Coastal Garden, North Wales, he's got another grow tent now, another set of lights. Mark, Gang and Peanut, he's running out of room in his Vita pods. So he's got another grow tent, another lot of grow lights. Then you got Jimmy. Jimmy's just gone, I'm kicking them out of there and putting them down the greenhouse, and they'll fend for themselves. And he might be right. I mean, myself, I've got way too many up here, and all I'm going to do is pot them up. I'll keep probably 6 or 8 up here in the taller tent, and just while they settle into the new pots, and then I'll probably move them down the polytunnel probably towards the end of the month. Then, you know, there's a bit more light going on, and hopefully they can kick off in there and grow away on. The GD James, he potted his up into plastic cups. Now, you can always rely on him to do something different, I must admit. I love seeing that, people having to go at different things. There again, he was a bit disappointed with his roots. So I think roots is going to be the thing for next year. Really pay attention to the people that know, try and get their advice before we even start, and see if we can all be in their league, make it a bit more interesting. But most of them aren't in the Team No Lights, Sean. So I think the No Lights growing is going to be the closest, or the closer competition. So yeah, good to see the GG James doing something different. What we got here? Oh, Debbie grows the love on Instagram at Swansea. Hers are looking brilliant, and seeing the photo, you can see she must have watched one of my videos where we said about you can get them straight by chucking a bit of polystyrene up against them to help straighten them out. So I see she's done that. So, you know, everybody's learning. This is what I love about all these challenges, and just a little community of gardening, really, is how everybody helps each other, you know. Brilliant. What else we got? Deb's veg plot, she's got her clips. I've got her clips already. I know some people have struggled to get or find these clips. I did put a link in the last video in the description, and I'll do the same again in this one, because if you don't know where to look for them, they can be hard to find. All right, so we'll do that. What else we got? I sent some seeds out to Infinite Odyssey. I don't know where. I'm afraid I don't know her name or where she's to, but I know where she's to because I sent her the bloody. Oh yeah, I should have looked up her address really, shouldn't I? I forgot to do that. Anyway, I sent some seeds out to her, and she's only just got her allotment, so best of luck with her. And I've also sent some. Now this is so cool, to North Carolina, to somebody called Dakota Daydream. How cool is that, Dakota Daydream? That must be brilliant going through life with a cool name, not Petronette. But then, you know, living legend. Well, in my house, in the village. Or some say village idiot, but I'm not. So, yeah, that's it. Not massive amounts on your news, because I think you're all busy growing bloody chilies and aubergines, and I'm sure you've all watched everybody's what to grow in January and 16 things to grow in February, and you're all there busy with your seed packets. So I do appreciate everybody who is still putting up some bits and pieces about their onions. Gives me something to have a look at and add to Onion News. So appreciate that. Thanks for watching again. Cheers and goal.